there used to be this brand new second gen Cummins. It was lifted, cherry red, had a stack on the back. This dude would drive like an absolute animal going down the road. I thought he was the most badass person in the world. I mean, it was lifted, it was on bolt hole wheels. At the time, that was like the ticket. He would just absolutely roll forward down the road, and I was like, I want to be like that. Just absolute ignorant. No, not ignorant, but just besides the point. But it was just something so cool. I was like, man, trucks are what I want to get into. I knew at that point I couldn't get away from it. Just still can't shake it.
Welcome back to another episode of Autobiography. I just got back from Indiana again. So a little backstory, we're meeting up with Dillon. I grew up with this gentleman in high school, had a little band together, and in the background from jamming in the garage, I always remember seeing this truck, and I knew the truck was close to him and his family, and I reached out to see if he still had it and was interested in telling a story, and sure enough, truck was still in the family. And not only is this truck very interesting and beautiful, it inspired him to start his own business, and that's just crazy to see what a car can do and what it can inspire you to do. So sit back, relax, and enjoy his story, and hey, I hope it gets you out in the garage, get you working on that project car.
I used to have a toolbox in the back of my truck bed when I was younger. It's full of detailing stuff. I was just trying different things. Go to the store, buy something random, it ended up in the back of the toolbox. I ended up using it later. I still got some of the stuff, but once I get in the zone, I just fall in love with it.
So your grandfather drove this truck for years, I imagine.
So this truck, it has more meaning to it than anything. It's my great grandfather bought it brand new in '76, and in '92. And I actually, let me backtrack here. In 1976, he bought it new as this was a camper model, and they had a full camper in the bed. They'd load the family up. I mean, it's got 3/4 ton leaf springs in the rear, so they had that thing loaded. I remember when we were younger, we'd go out, we would load the fishing poles up in there, and we would go to a pond that was right down the road from him, and we would get a couple scratches on it, but he was just like, you know what, it's fine, just because he had a memory behind it. I mean, there's still scratches on the truck. I mean, they're over 30 years old, and I think that's the meaning behind detailing, is the memories, the family, and preserving what people have, what they love, what they take pride in, as much as I take pride in it. And then in '92, it was starting to rust a little bit, and he was pricing new vehicles at the time, and instead of going and buying a new truck in '92, he was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and fix it, because it was 4 times more expensive to go buy a new truck at the time than it was to fix what he had. And thank goodness he did, because it has more of a meaning behind it than anything, that he passed it to my grandpa, and then he kept it in the family, and that's what that has more meaning behind it than anything. Because that's what drives the square body meaning home to me, is that it reminds me of family. Driving means everything to me. When I got my first truck, I had one of my really good friends. We went and did a bunch of stupid stuff without the keys to the truck. I mean, I don't think we would have been able to do all the stupid, crazy things we did, learn lessons along the way. Made a lot of friends with just working on vehicles, late nights in the shops. I mean, that was by far one of the surreal experiences I had when I was growing up, was a truck. And without having the keys to do that, I wouldn't have the long-lasting friendships I have right now, the memories I've made, all because of one truck. It's insane to me that those memories could be created by a simple turn of a key.
What's like one of those good memories you have of them?
So when we were younger, my grandpa had a '39 Ford, and we would go to car shows for quite a bit. And probably the most exciting experience with that is when he let me put his truck in a car show for the first time. And I mean, the truck didn't look all the greatest, but I mean, it was still a truck, and I was excited to finally be able to put something in and do something with them. My dad drove the truck to the car show, and I was 8 years old. And obviously, the truck didn't win anything, but his '39 Ford was mint. Like, it was pristine as could be. It was a full restore. He ended up having to sell it, but he won a trophy that year. And instead of taking it home, putting it on a shelf, he gave it to me that year. That was probably the most exciting experience I ever had with the truck aspect. I don't know, it was just a surreal experience to feel like you're a part of something when you're, I don't know, just kind of like a kickstart experience with that. And that's kind of what drove my passion for this truck and many other trucks like it, just because you can't shake it once you have it.
Would you say without this truck, if your grandpa would have sold it, bearded Bigfoot detailing wouldn't exist?
Honestly, I still feel like it would be there just because of the memories, but I don't know. It would be hard because this is one of the vehicles that kind of got me kick-started with detailing. And I remember picking up my first buffer. I remember that, not really necessarily my first buffer, but doing my very first job of my own. My grandpa was like, go ahead and buff it. It was super oxidized, super, super bad. There were so many learning curves I was able to like kind of conquer when I was first able to do it. But I know there was, first job, it didn't look great, but now that I've had quite a few years of just detailing, and I feel like I was able to make it look how it should, because we're able to preserve the look that my great grandfather took pride in, and that's what I was more worried about, was getting it to where it looked like he got it right after paint in '92. As soon as I pick up a buffer, as soon as I pick up even a wash mitt, from the time it enters, from the time it leaves, it's going to ensure that it gets 110% of my attention, because it's not just my pride, it's their pride that they're going to show off at the end of the day. And that's what I think is kind of brings it all back to this truck, is for me being able to do my own thing from day one on this truck. And I absolutely love it. Get that stupid car. That's the best thing I can say for a kid that's getting their license. Not saying to be your first car, maybe your second car after you learn not to put it in the ditch. But just get that stupid car, get that stupid truck. Get that truck that needs work, because the best thing I've done is getting a vehicle that needs work. Without that truck, I wouldn't be here. My business wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be standing where we're at right now. But the stupid car is going to teach you a lot of life lessons along the way. It's just exciting to be able to start your own business, to be able to go off of do things on your own, be your own boss. That's the American dream, not working for another corporation, working for yourself. But if I could never drive again, if I had to hang up my keys one last time, and I would hope that whoever would be getting my vehicle that I had, whatever vehicles I had in the garage, I would hope that they would have the same passion, joy that I take in like my grandfather's truck. And who knows, maybe it'll spark a passion that you didn't even know was there. And that one little spark creates something big, just like it did for me. My name is Dillon Davis, and this is my autobiography.
Hey guys, Mackenzie here. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope this inspires you to get out in the garage, work on that project car, or go for a drive. And if it does, amazing. Go ahead and give me a follow down below. In the description are all my links to my social media content where you can find me. And feel free to reach out to me on one of those platforms if you have a story you would like to tell. I look forward to hearing from you.